Hello everyone, this is Florian and today's video is about a new feature coming with Python 3.9, flexible decorators. Since Python 3.9, decorators are a lot more flexible than before. Any callable can now be a decorator. With that being said, a couple of crazy things can be done, at least seen from the perspective of a Python 3.8 developer. But let's start at the beginning. Suppose you have a function returning some text. Let's call this function getText. It takes 0 arguments and returns the text. This is a sample text. Furthermore, we create 3 decorators as usual. The idea is that all 3 decorators transform the returned text in a certain way. We start with the most simple one, which is called normal. It takes a function as an input and simply returns the function again. The second one is called shout, and it takes also a function as an input, but here a couple of things are happening. But before we continue, let's import the functools module, so that we can use its reps function in order to preserve the metadata of the function that we are wrapping, right? So functools.reps, and we apply this to the function func. Then we have our wrapper function, which takes a couple of arguments, of positional arguments and of keyword arguments. And what it does, it calls the function with its parameters, so args and quarks. As the function returns a text, we want to apply the upper function on it to return everything in uppercase. Last but not least, we need to return the wrapper. Alright, so this is our shout function. The third and last decorator that we're going to implement is called whisper and looks pretty much the same than our shout function here. The only difference is whisper, that it's called differently, and that in the end not the upper method is called on the string but the lower method. Since Python 3.9 has more flexible decorators, we can use any callable as a decorator. Consequently, we can create a new Python dictionary and call this one decorators, which maps the names of the 3 functions to themselves. So normal maps to normal, and we have shout, and whisper. Then we can ask the user which of the 3 decorators he or she wants to apply to the getText function and save the decision in a local variable called voice. So what's the voice of the user? Let's ask him. Let's turn this one into an F string, and inside of it we want a comma separated list. This should be in parentheses as well, and then join decorators. Right, so this is then the input. And lastly, we can apply this dictionary lookup as a decorator to our getText function. So we can write something like @decorators and then voice. Let's add a print call at the end of our script so we can see the result is printed to the terminal. So print getText. And now run our script. So python main.py, enter the voice, normal, shout, or whisper. I will go with normal for now. And yeah, our sample text is simply printed to the terminal without any transformation being made. And if you run the script again and this time use the shout option, everything is printed in uppercase. And last but not least, if we supply whisper to it, then everything is printed in lowercase. Alright, that's all for today. Stay curious and keep coding.